There's this thing that indoor Daike type of thing. Men don't cry and stuff. And you mustn't show your emotions. Hey Chief, I show my emotions. If I want to cry, I don't have time for this, because if you say a man doesn't cry, mustn't show emotions, we're building monsters.
Exactly.
We're building monsters, you know. We suppress everything inside, and the day it comes out, my guy, it's a mess, you know. So I say, if you're a guy, be a softie, as people say, be a softie. Talk about your feelings, you know. You're going through this and this and this. Talk about it, you know. With me, I always talk to.
Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Chef Irv Food Reviews with your host, Chef Irv. Got another special episode today. We've got bachelors from my family, so we're just gonna ask them questions and know what it's like to be like them. Enjoy the show. Okay, first question. Men in South Africa are trash.
Wow.
You?
I think he's from South Africa. You can only speak for the South Africans. I don't want to get beat up when I go in the streets there. So what do you think on that point?
South African men are trash. Or men in general.
Men in South Africa are trash.
You included.
Yeah, we are trash. We are trash.
Men in South Africa, that includes you as well.
Yeah, we are trash.
Men in South Africa, not South Africans.
Men in South, yeah, we are trash. Because if you look at what's happening now in the country with the whole GBV stuff, you know, it's us as guys, and we're not taking ownership of that. You know, if I have you as a friend and you're abusing your girlfriend, I don't tell you, hey Chief, you don't do that, you don't do that. Do you understand? So it's our friends, us also doing the same thing. So in a way, yeah, we are trash.
I would have to agree with him on that point, because like what he's saying, if we look at what's happening around South Africa, like the gender-based violence issue, I don't know, maybe it's an issue that has to be relooked at by the government, so that maybe a few things might be fixed, or maybe bringing back the death sentence, I don't know. But then, but not for me, man. Yeah,
Not for you.
I'm a good guy.
That's crazy, man. The whole.
What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? What are you actively doing about it?
Wow. On my point, with me, right, to be honest, I'm very guilty when it comes to that. I haven't done anything. Because there's one time where I knew someone who was actually abusing his wife. But then I was so scared that I couldn't even approach or even go to the police and actually tell them about what's happening to her.
Yeah.
But then they eventually grew apart, and they had to, another one had to move to another province, stuff like that. But so when it comes to that, I think there's an issue whereby men should be told it's okay to actually go tell people, the authorities, about the wrong things that the other one is doing. Because most of the time we'll be busy thinking maybe we might break their relationship. What about the child? Yes, the child is there, but what about her? She might die in the event. You know? So I think on my part, I'm very guilty when it comes to that. So yeah.
Yeah, and also with that, I haven't done anything also on my side, but it's quite a catch-22 type of situation, because if I go and report that Mr. Nyathi is abusing his girlfriend, Daike, 2 days down the line, they back together.
Exactly.
Then back to Dumisani, Dumisani is meddling in things.
Yeah, that is true.
You understand?
That is true.
So sometimes it's good to tell people, hey, you know what, the situation you're in is not for you, man. You need to leave. But then it's up to the person.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you get people that are dependent on the guy or the girl,
Exactly.
whoever is the breadwinner at home. But now, for you to leave that situation, you start thinking, okay, I don't have a job, I don't have any income, I'm dependent on this person, I don't have a place to stay. You understand? So that's why I'm saying it's a catch-22 situation, and it also depends on you as a person. What do you want to achieve in life? Me, I'll never be in a relationship where I'm abused or abusing, like never.
And to add on that, let's just say you go to the police or whoever is an authority around that area, only to find that the one who's being abused, let's just say is the she in this case, she will then drop the charges. Then you're there in the picture looking like a fool and stuff like that. So it's a very awkward situation whereby you have to tread your steps very carefully.
Yeah.
Okay, final words. So what do you recommend to somebody watching this as a guy who is in the 20s and trying to help out the situation, what's your advice to other men?
Sure. There's this thing that Daike type of thing. Men don't cry and stuff. And you mustn't show your emotions. Hey Chief, I show my emotions. If I want to cry, I don't have time for this, because if you say a man doesn't cry, mustn't show emotions, we're building monsters.
Exactly.
We're building monsters, We suppress everything inside, and the day it comes out, my guy, it's a mess, So I say, if you're a guy, be a softie, as people say, be a softie. Talk about your feelings, Hey, you're going through this and this and this. Talk about it, With me, I always talk to strangers. Where I stay, I go to the securities at the gate and have a conversation about everything. In a way, it takes away the burden from me. It lightens up everything. So I would say, if you're a guy, you're going through some stuff, talk about it. Talking. Don't have to go to a psychologist or shrink or whatever. Talk to someone.
Exactly.
Either you in an Uber, talk to the Uber driver. Tell them what you're going through. They might have advice or whatever, but as long as you let it out, you'll be okay.
Okay, and then if they're seeing it happening to somebody else?
I think the best thing will be whoever is abusing the other one. If you're close to the one who's abusing, or if you're close to the one that is being abused, maybe just try calling them on the side privately, like in a secluded place where it's just the two of you. Then talk to them nicely. Don't be too hard on them, because they will then, be skeptical and then run away. So just approach them nicely in a soft manner. Then let them open up with time. It might take maybe a couple of days or a few days or a few weeks, depending on them. But then just make sure if they're comfortable talking to you about the situation that they're going through. Let them know that there are these options. Let them know that it's okay to because I've known people that have raised children alone without the other partner.
Yeah.
So it's okay to raise a child on your own, even if it's not that okay. But then it's better than being abused in a relationship. Okay. So I don't think people actually think about that in the community that we live in today.
No, they don't. The scary part is, I remember like 4 or 5 years ago, I was at home in East London and I went to cut my hair. So now there was this girl sitting right next to me. So they're busy chatting. So now this girl says, if you know they are quite shy, they don't love you. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, if your man loves you, must do something. He must be. I was like, you tick.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You get people that have that type of mentality. So now, with what he's saying, I'm going to throw a spanner in there. If now you see that your friend or your relative or whoever is abusing someone, but then the one that's being abused, they don't want to take action because they're afraid of what they're going to lose. That's the situation.
Wow.
That's the situation. It happens on a daily basis.
Yeah.
If I go and report or if I move out of the situation, what's going to happen? You understand? So we need to do better as guys. We need to do better. And
so I agree, men are trash at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, we're trash.
Okay.
We're trash.
So there you have it from real men admitting. I think I like the honesty. On to the next question. So you guys are bachelors from Date My Family. Did Date My Family fail you guys, or you failed yourselves? Because you both had girls that Date My Family gave you, and you're both sitting together there, holding each other.
Come on, man. Wow. I don't know, man. Just to relieve weight from our shoulders, let's just say you blame it on the economy. Yeah. So I'm joking, man.
I blame it on COVID.
Me as well.
The pandemic. It's the pandemic.
Yo, COVID. The
corona.
Corona.
It's the pandemic that failed us, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justify your excuse.
No, to be honest with you, on my part, we dated for quite a while. Even before the actual show was actually aired on TV. Everything was fine, man, But then we get to reveal our true colors in time, as time goes.
Yeah.
So I then find out, what, this is not how I want to, actually express myself. Because at times we then kill ourselves in effort to please the other. So I was like, no man, this is not how I want to live. So we then discussed, we sat down and we just parted ways in realizing that we're very different people, we're not compatible for each other. We then decided just to, part ways. And I'm in a different industry whereby, I get to do stuff that my girlfriend won't be comfortable about. So, that's another thing.
Sure. Okay, for me, we didn't click, man.
From the get-go?
From the onset. We didn't click.
Whose fault was that? Whose fault was that?
The families.
Wow.
They sold me dreams, man.
So, like what you're saying it's the family, right?
Yeah.
Then on the final date, you got to sit down with whoever you would have chosen.
Yeah.
So do you still blame it on the family, or you blame it on maybe on the food on that day?
The food, the chemistry wasn't there, my man.
Right.
Because I remember when we went out on a date, I was like, okay, not what I wanted, but like the looks type of things. But she had a hot body. She's a fitness instructor.
Oh.
Yeah. So she had a good body. But yeah, everything else was like, nah, not for me,
Right.
But
in what sense? Maybe you just...
relationship-wise, it wasn't going to work.
All right.
And I felt like we could be friends. Yeah.
Are you still friends?
Yeah, we chat.
Oh.
We chat on WhatsApp.
Maybe there might be room for something there.
No. Man, I'm the type of guy, if I'm with someone, I need someone who's gonna challenge me, man.
No.
Need someone who's gonna challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I always play 30 seconds.
All right.
Just to check. But
All right.
where are you?
All right.
So yeah, but with her, man, it wasn't gonna work in terms of relationship wise.
So are you trying to say that she's down or something?
No.
Right.
She's very smart. But
Right.
yeah.
She didn't challenge you intellectually.
Yeah.
Which means she's somewhere in between dumb and...
No.
I'm joking.
No, man. But it's just that we didn't click, man. We didn't click.
All right.
All right. Next question. Do you think girls like funny guys? This one is specifically to Mr. Dumisani.
Funny guys. Sure. You just need to be yourself.
Yeah.
You get people, like what you said earlier on, that you try and impress someone by being someone else.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. So me and I'm the type of person that jokes a lot.
Are you funny?
I'm not funny. I just goof around. That's me. I goof around a lot, and I don't have a serious bone in me.
All right.
I
Tell us a joke.
No, I'm not a comedian, my guy.
You're not a comedian.
Was that guy that was on Date by Film a few weeks ago? The comedian. He said, "Oh, if you go to." He's a comedian, so the girl said, "Can you tell us a joke?" And then the guy was like, "No, you must pay me for that."
Oh.
You must pay me for that. Imagine you going to...
Nothing for free.
Yeah, there's nothing for free.
Welcome to Africa.
Yeah. So if you want me to tell you a joke, you must pay me. Or go book a computer ticket.
Mr. Nyathi,
Yeah.
do you think girls like intelligent guys?
I think so.
You think so? All right, tell us one intelligent sentence.
Wow.
Say something intelligent.
Wow.
What's wrong with this guy?
You're putting me on the spot there. I don't think I have it with me right now. But then when... let me just use my mission statement when it comes to my company. I like to advertise it all the time, man. I always say I'm a Christian, right? So the Bible teaches us to, make sure we leave something for our children and our great-grandchildren. So, which means, as a black person, mostly to the big people, make sure whatever it is that you do, make sure it's going to be something that is going to leave a legacy for you. Like, if it's a surname, make sure it's going to build up a brand, in the process leaving a legacy. So whatever it is that you do, make sure it's something that is going to last for ages and ages. Even if it's not tangible stuff, make sure you change people's lives in the better. So
An impact.
I don't know whether that's intelligent, but that's just an advice. So yeah.
How do you measure intelligence?
IQ test, I think. I don't know.
IQ is a standard, I guess.
Yeah.
Standard, acceptable one.
Yeah.
It's more demanding being a man in South Africa than it is being a woman. Are the expectations higher for a man in South Africa as compared to a woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
110%. 10
200%.
and 20 and 30,
Whatever,
5 million
yeah.
percent. Because, let me just put it in the sense that what I've seen in South Africa, maybe even in some. If you're a woman, you're a Kevin, man, you've got the looks and everything. What you need now is just a weave, makeup, maybe a surprise look like that. You're done, you're in business. You go out there, maybe in Sentin, Nga place, chill with some guys who are rich. Next thing, you're driving in Porsche.
You sorted.
You're sorted. But then who's providing for the Porsche? Us, the guys. So if you don't have money, bruh, you're totally dead.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
It's culture now in South Africa. I feel it's a culture that if you are a man, you need to have a car.
Exactly.
You need to be a blesser. Yeah, let me put it like that. You need to you need to make sure that you provide for the car. But that's why I have an issue. I have an issue with that.
Providing
if I'm gonna date you, then whether you're just bringing your beauty and your that's full stop. Nothing else you bring into the table.
Thank you.
I have an issue with that. I'm not saying I'll never provide for my girlfriend or whoever is in my life at the time. But what I'm saying is we need to meet each other halfway. It's nigga, inner edge, 50-50.
Yeah.
If I'm always pushing, when I'm always taking. There's no value there.
Yeah.
You understand?
When it comes to a relationship, this is the statement that I usually work with. It's a give and take.
Yeah.
I give, you also have to give.
Not take.
Yeah, not take all the time now.
Yeah. So that's the thing now. Even here in Joburg, you meet a girl, the first thing she's gonna ask, where do you stay? Where do you work? Do you drive?
Exactly.
But then when you flip the coin, you ask the same questions, you get dollar, oh my god. You understand? So that's the crazy part. And I think that's why I'm still single, Mina. Because
is it because you do not work or what?
No, I work.
Oh, okay. I was just asking.
No, I work, but it's just that ladies have these type of demands, man. A lot of demands, but on the other side, they're giving you nothing.
Oh, right. Yeah,
they're giving you nothing. I remember, it was a few days ago.
Yeah.
This girl was asking, what do I do for a living? I was like, no, I do nothing. Why?
Right.
No, you look like someone that's a potential. Like, yeah, okay, but the thing is, you're not working. So I was like, okay, because I'm not working.
Wow.
Does that mean we can't date?
Also,
and she was like, yeah. I'm like, well, what do you do for a living?
Exactly. That's
I'm a student. I'm like, just.
You see, from what you're saying right there, I've encountered similar cases on my part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially via, this time around you get to be DM'd via social media. So I'm not saying you can take it seriously, but honestly, they just pop in like popcorns everywhere, bro. So it's something that happened maybe especially last year, right?
Mm.
I usually got DMs from people via Instagram. So my Instagram is like, I try to keep it clean because I use it as a profile when it comes to modeling, right?
Yeah.
So most of the time I'm busy wearing a suit and it's nice and everything. So people will be assuming I own everything that is on Instagram. No, bruh. Social media, it's full of lies. I'm not saying it's full of lies, but some of us will use it for business. I'm not using it for maybe luring women and stuff like that. No, that's not what I use it for. But I use it to lure clients and businesses for me to work and make money for the relationship that we're actually talking about. So I got DM'd. So people will be going through my profile and be like, yeah, this guy's got money. Even the people from Apple Life, right? Those guys. This guy, his profile picture is on flick. I'm sure he's driving a Porsche or something like that. But I'm not, bruh. You understand?
Too serious.
Exactly, man. So we usually get the wrong picture when it comes to that, and then we get judged in terms of our appearance. But it's actually fine because there's a time whereby there's actually a first for everything, right?
Mm.
So I'm sure in a few years' time, whoever is not making any money but is actually working, that might be different in a few years' time.
Yeah.
So don't judge a person by what you see right now, because there's always a future, there's always a tomorrow.
You never know.
The guy that you actually liking who's driving a Porsche, next week he might be working for you. So you understand? That's how life works.
Yeah.
You understand?
And to all the ladies, please, man, you need to stop this thing.
Don't run for money.
Yeah, you need to stop.
And
because I'm going to tell you now, there's when you get someone who judges you, I work, I've got my own place, I pay rent. And then you get judged by someone that stays at home with parents.
Exactly.
You understand? They're sharing a room. before they go out or when they come out, they ask, Mama, this key.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got my own key. I leave anytime I want. Now you come here and you judge me. With this guy.
So are you saying, are we concluding, you're concluding that it's much more difficult to be a man? That's what you guys are.
It's very difficult.
That's a consensus.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
All right. Next one is motherhood is the most difficult thing and also the biggest gift.
Yes.
As a man, how do you relate to that?
Motherhood.
Yes, motherhood.
Sure. I'm the guy that I am today because of my mom and my granny.
Exactly, that's true. And thank for asking that question because I'm also in the process of completing the book that I'm writing right now. I haven't yet completed when it comes to a title that I want to put, but I want to call it The Woman That Prays. So there's a title that says it takes a village. For me, it's a village full of women that actually raised me to get where I am right now.
Yeah.
It might not be what they wanted, but I'm actually in the process of getting there, maybe something way better. So I was raised by a single parent, and she was traveling all over maybe Southern Africa, getting jobs so that I can get to have a better life. But then in the process I was also raised by women who are my grannies. So I'm actually, the statement is very true.
That is.
Yeah,
It's
very true.
You agree?
Yeah.
All right. And then the last word from you guys. What's your advice for young men in South Africa during this COVID period? What would you suggest to people that are going through unemployment, stress, breakups, and any financial crisis?
Sure. The crazy part is I relate a lot to that. I came to Joburg last year, Feb. I came to watch Chiefs and Pirates because I'm a football journalist. So I stayed with my brother for the week and went to the game on the weekend. Half time, this guy, he's a well-known football journalist in the country. He says, "Hey Chief, I've been looking for you for the past 2 months." I'm like, "Why? I have a job for you." I'm like, "You're playing games with them, man. Let's talk after the game." Same thing after the game. He's like, "Hey Chief, how long are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm here for a week. I need to go back home." I'm like, "No, you must leave me." So I've been in Joburg since I got a job. And during lockdown, I started doing live interviews on Instagram with coaches, footballers all over the country and outside. So for me, lockdown gave me an opportunity to express myself, to find myself also. And out of that, I moved from one job to another one. It kind of opened doors for me. It's like now I work for, I'm not gonna say, I work for one of the biggest teams in the continent, and it's something that I love, working with these guys on a daily basis. You understand? So it took me the period of COVID to find me. So whoever's watching that's at home, at some point you need to find yourself. What are you good at?
Yeah.
What are you good at? What difference can you bring?
Exactly.
So financially, yeah, it's hectic, but it's hectic, but gotta keep it going.
Yeah.
Gotta keep it going. Relationship wise, I don't know if advice is good.
Alright.
But if there's someone there, I'm single. Just comment there.
So I also agree with him when he says the whole process of the COVID and the COVID being the pandemic, actually some people got to find themselves.
Yeah.
Some for the better, some for the worse, I think. And on my part as well, I actually sat down because I was now in one place like for days and days and days. So I was like, man, what is it that I can do that I can actually, keep myself busy? Because obviously you can die from being homesick all the time. So I was like, I've always been passionate about being, a television and a radio personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to be a radio presenter. I've applied so many times, but unfortunately, I didn't get the part.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. There's Instagram, there's like TikTok, there's social media is there for the taking, man.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I can actually use this to maybe just practice, but not push it to a bigger level, but maybe just practice. I might learn something that that's making me fail from, you know, whatever that I'm trying to achieve when it comes to these auditions and interviews. So I was like, okay, cool. Then boom, all of a sudden the Nyathi show was born. So that was last year, right? So I kept on practicing and practicing via Instagram especially. So I have like a couple of live interviews with the people that I got to interview. And fortunately, I got to make money via that because I would charge people for my services via Instagram.
Okay.
And I would tell them, I'm going to advertise you and blah, 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 blah. But it actually worked. I didn't make a lot of money, but then the thing, I did make money from that. So there's potential in that. I saw potential. Then that's what I'm busy pushing now. So I'm taking it to another level. So for some people, especially for those who are in relationships, you know, they were busy at home. The ones who are married, they were like, you're busy with your life each and every single day. So for some, they really didn't even know their partner in that sense, because every time you're getting back from work around 5, come back home, you're drunk at times, maybe you go to bed, following morning you go to work. But this time around, you go to sit down with your partner, you talk, then you find that you guys are not compatible. I'm also not an expert when it comes to relationships, so I don't have any advice for that. But I'm just saying, with COVID, I actually did the good and the bad in people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Final words, one sentence each. Let's go. One sentence of whatever you want to leave on this video. Let's go.
Be yourself, work hard, love less, make money.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good, that's a good one. I'll leave this one for those who are in relationships, especially for the guys. Silence is golden. Just that.
Okay. All right, it's been your chef of the world, with the wonderful guests, the real men from South Africa, giving you real advice. These are real lives, guys. You heard it for yourself. Let me know if you can like this kind of content, and yeah, please like, share this video, and let me know if you want to sponsor the video. If anyone wants to sponsor the video, let me know. And yeah, it's your chef of the world, Chef Irv, saying peace and love. Peace.
Awesome.
Oh, that went deep.